all right, get off social media, get off TikTok, get off Instagram, YouTube, get off all that stuff like right now. Go outside, go touch some grass. Nah, but the point of this video, I'm just gonna go over like why you should get off the social media, get off the internet, and just like go outside and do something, create something, be adventurous. Number one, and I feel like a lot of us feel this, but it can create when people post stuff on Instagram, TikTok, all that. Obviously, they're not going to show you the bad that's going on with their lives. They're going to highlight all the good. So when they're on vacation, get a new car, new job, new this, new that. They're going to post those things. They're not going to post when they're on their last check, when they lost their job, when they just going through it, when they're in the trenches, whether mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. They're only going to show you the shit that they want you to see. So in your mind, as a viewer, viewing someone's Snapchat or Instagram story, you think that that is all there is to them, is all that good stuff. Number two, with the social media, internet, all that, it's information overload. Our brains don't need all this excess information. So when you're scrolling through Twitter, you just see random shit that you don't pertain to your life in any way, don't provide any value. It's just random stuff, random information, useless information at that. It's not like you're reading a book and you're like gaining knowledge or something. Because let's be real, a lot of the stuff you see on these social media platforms aren't useful information unless it's like a knowledge based page that you're following. It's a lot of useless shit that doesn't fucking matter. And you're not getting it's providing no value. It's literally providing no value to you. So all that information, for me at least, was causing more anxiety because it's just like so much. Like you're just, it's like your brain is like a garage, and you're just like shoving random shit in there that you don't need. Like just random items, random just things that don't belong in the garage. Like why do you need a fucking trampoline in the garage? Why do you need a roller coaster in the garage? It doesn't belong there. Like leave it where it's supposed to be. Like that boat's not fitting in there. So get it out the garage and focus on the things that will make a difference in your life that you'll actually utilize and use. There's a lot of pointless information. So that information overload is a thing. It causes that anxiety. And another point, the paradox between social media actually making us further apart. So with that, say you had a cousin in like Japan or Hawaii or something like that, and you want to get in touch with them. Obviously, without social media and like without a phone, like you wouldn't be up to date on what's going on with them. So like there, it's a practical use of it. It's not pointless. I feel like that's what initially it was supposed to do, keep us connected, interconnected around the world. But obviously, as times have changed, it's a lot of useless shit you don't need, but you have access to. We all have access to it. If you have one of these, you have access to it. You just go on Instagram. You can talk to someone from fucking Dubai or Pakistan or wherever, China. You can talk to anyone, any moment from anywhere in the world, and which is cool. That's cool. We're interconnected, but it also drives us apart at the same time. Because I know, say you're chilling with your fam, and there's like you're having like a conversation with someone with your family, and there was a moment of silence. What's the first thing that you do when you are having that conversation? You don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, and silence is uncomfortable, right? It's supposed to be uncomfortable. What's the first thing you do? You pull out your phone, even though you don't have nothing you need to fucking do on your phone. You're just pulling that shit out because like you don't. It's not awkwardness. It's just silence. And like, and I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that. Sometimes I just turn my phone off. Like I'll have it with me, but I turn it off in situations where I don't need it. Like for that reason, I want it to be awkward and I want that silence because we're humans, bro. We're humans at the end of the day. It's not supposed to be like it's not supposed to be exciting all the time. Like those moments of just awkwardness and silence are supposed to be a thing. Things are dropping over there. I'm in the woods right now. I'm just make sure no bears coming through. But we're supposed to have those awkwardness or those awkward moments of silences. It's just normal. Like, when you're waiting in line, you order a coffee and you like gotta wait to the side. What's the first thing you do? Literally, the first thing you do. You won't have anything you need to do on your phone. You're checking your messages probably. You're checking your Instagram. Checking. You don't need it. And then once they call your coffee or call your name for your coffee, you put your phone right back in your pocket. And I know some people that are literally walking, scrolling, because like I've been behind them and I see what they're on. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, scrolling. They need to be constantly engaged with something that's has no benefit. Like, why you need to be constantly engaged, constantly scrolling to get to point A to point B? You're literally going from here to get some food. Why do you need to be doing that? Like when I was in the office, I used to work in the office. I quit my job, by the way, but when I used to work in the office, I would see people just scrolling on their way to the caf. Like, bro, what are you scrolling? Like, what are you scrolling Instagram? You're literally walking. Watch where you're going. And sometimes you've probably seen it. People crossing the street, fucking looking down. Like, what the fuck you looking at? You about to get hit by this car. If the car's not paying attention, if the car's also doing this, and you're doing this, bro, someone's dying. So, stop scrolling. That's it. It's the more social media, it's causing us to communicate less and less. And I'm noticing this with like younger kids, or maybe it's the young kids that I'm just around. They just don't know how to fucking communicate and know how to talk. They don't know how to ask for things. They don't know how to do shit because they're so addicted to like everything being so easily accessible. Like, and not having to really communicate and not have to do practical things like when you order food. Like, this is not a social media thing. This is like a phone thing. Well, like, say you DoorDash shit. Like, you don't have to talk to the DoorDash person. You literally do this on your phone. Food comes. Pick food up at door. No communication is involved. So there's less and less communication with the phone, social media. So it's more of like a phone social media thing as opposed to just social media. But like, as technology is advancing, it's creating more just distance because you don't really need to talk to people to get things done. Food delivery, like, that's a big one. Like when you just order food and it's just ready at the counter for you. You don't have to ask like, hey, can you add this on my rice? Can you add this on my burrito? You don't have to talk to anyone nowadays. You could literally just fucking order your shit and see about your day. So I feel like with technology, social media especially, it's making us worse as communicating just at a practical level. And like, people don't know how to talk. People don't know, especially with another one, with like dating and all that, those dating apps. You're literally just swiping. Like, oh, swiping. Oh. You're just going back and forth. Like dopamine. Literally. And you're just texting, but you don't talk to that person. Maybe you FaceTime them, but it's not like you're at a random place and you just see a girl that's attractive, and then you pull up on her. You're not doing that anymore. It's like, that's very rare. That's like weird now, right? I thought it was weird to meet someone for the first time through your phone. I thought that was the weirdest shit. That's what, like with Tinder and all that. I thought that was literally the weirdest thing. But like, my boys would use it all the time in school, and I never used that in school. I'm just like, I'd rather just meet a girl or someone at like the bar or wherever we're going. Like, I can't meet someone. It's so weird to me that you can meet someone through your phone first, and then you meet them in person. It's different if they're on the other side of the world, because obviously you can't just meet them like just walking somewhere or just at a restaurant or things like that. But like dating especially, you don't need a phone, or you don't need to talk to them in person anymore. Like, you can literally text back and forth. You guys meet up, and then you just get right to whatever. Like, you know what I'm talking about. But like, you don't really need to communicate. You just do what you gotta do. She's out. That's it. Like, literally, I mean, some people like that, but you don't need to communicate. You don't need to be the smooth, you know what I'm saying, being a little smooth criminal trying to get dubbed. You don't need to be a smooth criminal no more and try to like talk and like persuade yourself or like your just show who you are by talking. Like more so what your pictures look like on the Tinder, on the Hinge. And then you go from there. But then when you meet the person, they probably don't even look like that. They probably don't even look how they look on the Instagram or on the Tinder. So you probably been catfished. That's tough. But nowadays, you don't need to talk to anyone to meet them. I feel like that's the dopest thing when you meet someone in person and like you just have a bond. It doesn't have to be like a dating sort of thing, just like a friend. You meet them in person. It's so weird meeting someone on the internet for the first time. And like you'll talk or text them, and then you finally meet. That's the weirdest thing. But depending on where you are and where they are, it's it's different. But fuck all that dating shit over the phone. I got a girl, so it doesn't matter to me now. But like, that's just the weirdest thing. That's literally the weirdest thing. Another one, the biggest thing with social media, the phone, all that, is the time you spent scrolling. So if you go to your what is it called? This your screen time on the iPhone. If you have an iPhone, they probably have it for Galaxy 2 or whatever Samsung. It's like it's something similar. If you go to that, it's gonna show you how much time you had. I remember one time checking, I was like, yo, I got 5 hours. Back when I was used to work in the office, bro, I'd just be on my phone because I fucking hated that place. But so I'm just trying to waste time. So I'm just on my phone, like just bullshit because I just need to waste time to kill. But like now that I don't have a job, I'm not on my phone because I have other things. I want to be productive with my time. And the biggest thing with your phone and social media is you're wasting so much time just bullshit. Like the time you can be scrolling can be the time you can be improving. You can be doing something better with your life. You're just bullshitting, seeing all these things, and then it makes you depressed. And then when you're depressed, you don't want to do anything, and then it's just a vicious cycle of just you not doing shit. And then just you have no motivation because you use all your dopamine for the day, and then your brain is fried, and then you need dopamine again. So it's a cycle. It's just a cycle. It's a cycle. But that time you could be on the time you're on Instagram, Snapchat, all that, you could be doing something productive. You could be doing something improving in your life. You could be creating something. You could creating a YouTube channel, a business, doing artwork, working out, outside nature. You know, like you're just wasting time. And moral of this whole message, my whole message here today is just get off your phone, get off social media, go outside, touch grass, do something productive. Like social media, at the end of the day, it has its benefits, but the benefits do not. The cons outweigh the benefits for sure. Like there's certain things that you need to, if you want to connect with family, friends, things like that. It's cool to do that with social media. See, get up to date on what they're doing. Because if you didn't have the social media, you wouldn't know what your cousin in Japan is doing. So you could tune in now and then. But it's when it gets to the point when you're overly stimulating your brain, overstimulating your mind with your phone, social media. That's when it becomes a problem because you're viewing information that you don't need. You're viewing information that's not providing any value to you. It's just information. It's just overly stimulating things that are on your feed. I know, at least for me. That's why I have all those platforms, but I delete them from my phone. If I post a YouTube video, I post, and I don't go on YouTube myself. I literally post, don't go on YouTube. I have YouTube Studio so I can see when people comment and stuff, but I don't myself scroll. I don't. I try to not do that. I know when I was in the office, since I was just trying to kill time, I would do that a lot. I would try to improve myself by watching self-improvement videos. And I thought by doing that, I was doing something. I thought I was actually improving by watching self-improvement videos. But it does nothing for you doing that because they all say the same shit. But that's a topic for a different day. I'm going off topic. I just want to say this: get off social media, touch grass, get outside, go create something. This is your sign to do that. So I'll leave you with that, and peace.